Okay, so here we are now, a few days on. We've, in our efforts to fit this, which is an NDS water basin, and it's a catch basin actually, they call it in the States. That's got to go somewhere here. Now, as always, when something can go wrong, it will go wrong, because that's life. And here, I'm very close to the water foundations. I've moved it out a little bit, but I can't go too far because the drop between this here, which is the overflow, which is the drain, which I've covered with I've transferred all the new tiles, slab covers, and put the old ones at the back. So this is how it's going to look. And there is this. This is the catch basin here. I can get the bloody thing up. I probably can't. Okay, so that's that there, and that's off the roof, and it takes water to here. So I'd like to have gone straight into there, but I don't want to mess about with that too much. So rather than do that, I'm going to put this catch basin in here and bring it straight into here. Now, NDS, which is this company here, they make like a lot of people, they make this, and all the fittings are NDS fittings. So, and I got this from Lowe's, about $60. And then all the bits and pieces to fit it, I had to buy, put it up to about $100. But these are NDS fittings, and they don't fit on standard bits and pieces. They are, so we've got to bastardise things. For instance, that, which is Japanese, goes on there. But the pipe, this is ordinary down pipe. And you shouldn't use that underground really, because it's not supposed to. But the stuff that they make in Japan, I can't get that fits these fittings, so we have to bastardise it, as William Shakespeare once said. So anyway, as I said earlier, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. When we emptied this, you can see what we've dug out. That's what we've dug out, just to clear this area here. But when I say we, me and the camera girl, we've cleared this out as best we can and made it so it slopes in the right direction. We can't do anything about that. That will just have to flow. But that's what we've dug out by hand here. And then when we get here, and we've marked this out, this is going to go something like that, parallel to that. So it looks good. That's going to go somewhere like that. And then this end is blanked off here. And then this, hopefully we're going to slope it all the way down to that point there, or somewhere around about that. There's very, very little drop between this level and this, because, excuse me, because this here, when it sits in the ground, this pipe coming out here has to go into there. And it has to come through like that pipe there, but it has to be sufficient that the drop, when we put this into the ground, there's a drop from here to there, and it's very close, very, very close. So we could end up with still water in there, even though we don't want water sitting in there, because the drop is not sufficient. Anyway, that's sod's law. Now, the problem I'm telling you about is if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. Here, right in the middle of where I wanted to put the bloody thing, there's a sodding root. It's not a big root, but it's a tree root, and because at the back, as you see, we have got a selection of trees. Some quite big. I mean, and if you just come up here, camera girl, just come up here, come over here, you can see some are quite big, and if you come round here, just round here, Some are bloody huge. That one at the back there, don't know what it's bloody huge. Branches coming off like this. So we're fortunate in so much as this is only a small branch, but we could have done with nothing being there anyway, because even if I cut it, I've got to put something on the end of it, like tar or something, to stop it coming this way, because we don't want it to start growing and moving this. So that's the first thing that's gone wrong. Now what I'm doing is spending my time digging down deep enough to get that below the level of that ground and still get a flow that way. And that's going to go something, not exactly, but it's going to go something like that. When I fit it on, it's going to go somewhere in here. And then maybe we'll put something like this on this end to just give it to get it into the flow. Anyway, that's the plan. Today's a good day because it's not too hot, but it's been really hot here, and all around here you get infested with mosquitoes. Every time you bloody well start sweating, they swarm all over you. So anyway, today's a good day. So today I'm going to cut that out. We've got to get some tar from Comrie, which is the local do-it-all shop. Paint the ends of that. Dig back, paint the ends of this root here when I've cut it so it doesn't grow. Paint the end of that root there so it doesn't grow. It's not a big root, but it's right where we bloody well don't want it, and there's bound to be others as I go down. So that's today. That's going to just sit in there like that when I push it down to the depth. And then all we got to see is where this comes, the bottom of this comes relative to the bottom of this here. Because I can't go any deeper than that. I don't want to have half a pipe. So I'm going to reduce down. I'm going to reduce down from 3 inch to 2 inch. Which is that. So that I can raise. There'll always be a bit of water in there, but I don't care about that. If I can reduce to 2 inch, it gives me a little bit more slope down to get this down there somewhere. That's the plan. But as William Shakespeare once said, I can't remember what he said now, but it's something about the best laid plans of mice and men are apt to gant glee. Or was that Robbie Burns? It was one of the buggers anyway. I never did literature, English literature at school. I could never understand Thomas Hardy in his old English. So anyway, but if someone said it, the best laid plans of mice and men are apt to gant glee. He's obviously Scots. Probably Robbie Burns. Anyway, that's it. That's the plan. So we're going to crack on with this before it gets too humid, because it is humid. And then today is going to be making sausages. I got to make sausages today. Yesterday we were making wine, banana wine. I had to go at that, which took bloody ages. But today it's this because it's a bit less sun in it. Well, yesterday was hot. So that's it. That's what. What we did do when we dug down, we knew we got one of these here somewhere, but they covered it with all the gravel. And this is the stopcock. We had that fitted to here so we could isolate this. But anyway, we found out where that is. We're going to get a level on that. We get a level on this. We get it into there. We get a level on this. I've dug down, so that's going to stand a bit proud. And that's it. It's taken me 10 minutes to tell you what it's going to do. It's going to take me 2 years to do it. That's it. That's the way it goes. As they say in America, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Perhaps they don't say it in America. Anyway, that's it. No time for a cup of tea. Got to crack on with this.